Well, a cocktail cover crop, for me and for the Peace Country, is a polyculture of species grown together to try to diversify the root system. We're trying to create a multitude of roots so that we can get some organic matter or organic fiber back in the soil. So that's what I consider a cocktail mix. I know in other areas where you get a longer growing season, they have they call them cover crops, and that makes sense because they're actually using them as a cover crop between crops. Unfortunately, in the Peace Country, we only have one crop, so we don't get that option.
I think typically it's been used more or less for where you have these long seasons. You grow this cover crop in between your, say, cereal crops, but we're trying to utilize it in the form of biological primers for the soil. So you're trying to grow these multi-species crops and just prime your soil and build up the soil health versus just the typical fashion of farming is just put your monoculture crop in and throw some fertilizer at it and hope for rain. Whereas the cover cropping cocktail mixes is to try and increase soil fertility, and there's a lot of benefits, but that's in short kind of basic.
A bunch of different stuff you can mix together for forages and swath grazing, and there's like the hairy vetch, crimson clover. We've used turnips and tillage radish, and radish don't have much food value, but it does bore into the soil and break the hard pan, so there's good pros and cons.
We've been playing with these cocktails for about 5 years, and I actually, a combination of the Peace Country Beef and Forage Association speakers, and there's a lot of information on YouTube that you can get. And so that's another area that we have seen the cocktails mixes.
Well, this is our third crop at it, and I probably started hearing about it 5 years ago, 6 years ago maybe.
It's probably the winter of 2015, I think, and we started planting them the spring of 2015.
About 6 or 7 years ago, the wife went to a farm that was using it, and we've always been talking about it, that we wanted to do something different and get away from the commercial fertilizer and all that and put something back into the soil and be able to feed our cows and graze our cows without using the commercial fertilizer, and so it's been 6-7 years now that we've been doing it, and it's worked out well.
I probably first heard about it 4 or 5 years ago. I would say I was a little bit of a skeptic starting out. Didn't really take it seriously till probably a couple years ago when I really got interested. First planted for myself in 2019, and then again this year. That's all the experience that I have with it.
I would say in 2005, I believe. Anyway, Gabe Brown come up here and we were invited there, and that was when we got introduced. So I would say about 8-10 years. Yeah, I mean there's so much out there now. I would say, I mean, even YouTube is a wealth of knowledge out there now. But when we were first starting, I mean, we used our own association, and through some of the people they were bringing in, just kind of you start to put the pieces together. But I mean, there's a lot of books available now. There's thousands of videos, and it's if you're interested in it, you can find a lot of good knowledge and sources out there for sure.
Well, I get lots from the Forage Association, and I got lots of friends that have been growing it.
Lots of it's just straight to PCBFA, YouTube. That's pretty much it. A few neighbors.
We've got with the association, the PCBFA, I've been a member for 5-6 years now too, and there's lots of information there if you want to find it, and talking to other producers, and lots of Google and YouTube stuff. You're looking at what people have done, and some stuff we've tried and it hasn't worked so good on our farm, but you talk to different people and we'll try this, so it's common knowledge to talk to other people and work something out.
Probably the first initiation to it was through some PCBFA meetings that I went to where they had speakers on it and just the benefits of covers and then research online, YouTube, got some names, Gabe Brown being one, Ray Archuleta and a few of those. Also an event that was instrumental in kind of getting me hooked on it, I guess, was about a year and a half ago. Elaine Ingham had a presentation here at the college. I think that was in early 2019, and I took part in that, and that really opened my eyes to the soil health, the whole soil health spectrum, and the values of cover crops and that kind of thing.